Poseidon, god of the ocean, lord of the seven seas. It's nothing. Not a clue to the man or why he chose that code name.
Patrick? I can't believe it. I thought you went back to Ireland. Everybody said that you left after Marty got married.
Well, that's half the truth. I went back and I kissed the ground, and then all at once I knew that I just missed you too much, Maggie, my love, so I crossed the great wide ocean to be with you.
You are such a sweet flyer. Oh, Patrick. Marty broke your heart. How can you stand to be here at all? Come on, Dylan, you have to go.
No, I do not.
The party is to honor a person who gave your community center a big, fat, juicy check. The least you can do is show up and say thank you.
Well, you know what? I'll write him a note. How's that?
This friend to Landview gave you 3 times your annual budget.
Yeah, right, Marty, and a gift is a gift, and he gave it anonymously, and...
Come on, you can't tell me you're not a little bit curious. Don't you want to know who wrote the check?
Not bad.
That headline will not only sell papers, it'll sell you. And very well, too.
I don't expect less from the Sun or from you.
Well, your little event is all planned for this evening, and all the local who's who should be there.
Asa Buchanan.
The mayor and her husband both got invitations.
Asa is the guest I care about. You will make sure he comes.
Forcing Asa or anyone else to turn up at your little party was not part of the deal.
But I know you'll do what it takes to have Asa there, Mrs. Manning.
Or what?
Or I'll be very disappointed. Oh, without Asa Buchanan, I won't have reason to celebrate. And believe me, you don't want that.
All right, Asa, gloves off. I want the truth, and I want it now.
Who doesn't? The truth about what, Renee?
About this invitation? About this party tonight for the very generous, very mysterious friend to Landview who's been sending everyone those anonymous checks. Darling, I'm not going to let you deny it. No one else has the kind of money to keep sending those donations. And besides, I know how much you love being anonymous.
Renee...
Oh, well, okay, all right. You don't know what I'm talking about. We'll see at the party tonight. What I don't understand is why are you letting the Sun host the party instead of the Banner?
I am not, I repeat, not this generous friend to Landview.
RJ, where are you? RJ.
Her Honor, the Mayor arrives.
And not in a very good mood. How many times have I told you? I've told you incessantly, do not call me at home. The last thing I need is for my husband to think that I'm having...
Now, which husband would that be?
Very funny. I do not want Asa to get suspicious. And I certainly do not want him to hear that you know who is in town before I have an opportunity to take care of the problem.
Well, that's why I called. Meet my price, and I'll take husband number 1 on a very long trip. So you can go on living your happy little life. Married to Asa, his banks, bank books, and all that oil. But it's a limited time offer, Alex, because you know who is on his way here even as we speak. So, if you want the man dead, again, it's up to you.
Vicky,
Clint, how nice to see you.
I've been waiting for you.
What, you that anxious to hear about my interview with the First Lady?
No, later. Now, look, nobody's been hurt, but there's something we have to take care of right now.
Mom, is that you? Mom, it's not true. We didn't do anything.
Jessica, hi.
Nothing happened.
No,
What?
you didn't have a chance because I came back early.
You came back? You and Carlotta came back, you mean? Mom, can I talk to you, please? Just you and me.
Hold on. What's going on?
Nothing.
Carlotta and I didn't stay in New York. She had to get back. When we walked into her house, we found Jessica with Christian in the dark. His shirt was half off.
We both had our clothes on, Mom.
If we hadn't walked in when we did...
Oh, my God, please, Mom, just let me explain.
Explain? Explain what? Just tell her. Were you or were you not going upstairs to his bedroom? Yes or no?
Was that me? I'm sorry, Patrick. I'm sorry. I never know when to shut my mouth up.
That's all right. You've got honesty, Maggie. It's a refreshing change for me.
Yeah, some people call it insensitivity. I wasn't looking to hurt you. Forgive me.
Of course. Besides, it's true. I am hurting. I can't deny that, but it's not because of what you said or because of Margaret.
Oh, come on, Patrick. Just look in your eyes when you say her name. My big mouth.
I came back here because I can't say no.
No to who?
Bo and Mrs. Manning. You know, I'm the only one that's heard this Poseidon guy speak. And maybe there's something else I can do to catch this blackguard. God, he's the one that killed Siobhan, killed Todd Manning, and maybe hundreds of others if that bomb had gone off.
And we know he was paying Bass, and Bass certainly trying to kill you more than once. Adventures in Washington, remember?
God, yeah, I remember that night. One of the darkest ones I've ever spent. You know what? I couldn't have done it without you.
Well, luck was definitely on our side.
Glad it was you.
I just wish that I could take a magic wand and make everything turn out the way it should. You know? Where the handsome prince gets to marry the princess.
Well, that is how the story ended, Maggie. The handsome prince did marry the beautiful princess. Problem is, it was the other prince.
Listen, I would like nothing more than to shake the hand of whoever it is that gave the money. But not at some fancy-schmancy party, especially one that's being sponsored by Blair and the Sun.
All our friends are going to be there. And none of them like Blair any more than we do.
Well, you know what? I don't even have a tux, so there.
We'll rent one.
No, because if I wanted to rent one, I could call myself. Listen, you know that I'm not some black tie, caviar-eating sort of person.
Yeah, you could
I'm
be
not
if you weren't so stubborn. I didn't mean that.
Oh, what? The part about being stubborn? Because you're absolutely right if that's what you're talking
No,
about.
I love you just the way you are. I don't want you to change.
Huh. So you just want me to put on the tuxedo?
Yeah. We got a delivery from Marty Saybrook or Moody.
Oh, that's me.
You sign here?
What is this?
It's our new sound system. Got 4 top-of-the-line speakers, state-of-the-art amplifier, carousel CD.
Okay, one copy for you. Now, hold this, pal. And one more to sign.
Okay, 2 CD towers for storage, new turntable, and a new tuner. Great, excellent, that's everything. Oh, and that's for you.
Thanks a lot. I'll be back tomorrow for the Dolly. Happy music.
Thank you. Gosh, I can hardly wait till we put this all together.
All this costs $6,000?
Yeah, I know, but trust me, once you listen to it, it'll be worth it. Where are you going?
I'm gonna go to the center. And,
You didn't tell me that you had to go in there today.
yeah, there are a few things you didn't tell me either, so.
I bought us a wedding gift. I don't...
Oh, you bought...
I can't believe you're angry about that.
You bought us a wedding gift? Is that right, for our house?
Okay, I don't understand what the problem is.
See, that's it. You just don't see it, do you? Listen, Marty, if this is supposed to be my house, too, don't you think it would have been a good idea to ask me about a few things? Oh, a lot of things you've been taking for granted.
Dylan, come on. Wait. Don't go.
I
can't tell you how disappointed I am in you, Jessica. After all the faith your mother and I had in you...
Clint, just a minute.
We thought we could trust you. We were dead wrong. Every principle we tried to teach you flew right out the window.
Okay, well, don't those principles go for you too, then? You and Mrs. Vega were going to go off to New York, weren't you?
What does that have to do with this?
Because it's no different from me and Chris. You were going to sleep with her, weren't you, Dad?
Jessica? Jessie, look, your father and Mrs. Vega are adults, all right?
Yeah, well, I'm not a baby.
No, honey, you're not a baby, but you are a minor. I mean, when you're all grown up and you have a house of your own, then
I can
you
do what I want, right. But does that go for feeling, too? How long do I have to wait till it's okay to feel what I want to feel?
Oh, she just won't listen.
No, I listen, Dad. And I see what I see. Okay, fine, maybe I'm a minor, but one thing I'm not is a hypocrite. You guys are sitting here telling me about following the right kind of values. Yeah, but I still think when you marry someone and promise to love them forever, that promise gets made to God. And it's a promise you keep, no matter what happens.
I don't have any problem with that. Neither do I believe that, so does your mother.
No, you see, you don't. Because you and Mom ran off with other people, right? That's what you did. But you're gonna sit here and tell me about not living up to the right kind of values?
Later, Jessie, later.
Yeah, what?
Clint, Vicki, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Look, Tina, if this can wait, it should wait, all right?
I don't think it can. Christian is here, and he says there's something he needs to say.
Tina, this is not a good time. And tell him not to come by without calling.
Excuse me. I'm sorry, but this can't wait.
Cassie, what's the matter? What? I could kill Clint Buchanan with my bare hands. He took my story away from me. He said, since you're involved with this charity dinner, there's got to be something more to it than you're letting on.
He said that? Well, he's right, isn't he?
Everybody in town is trying to guess who the mystery man with the checkbook is. Our friend to Landview. That's why the powers to be at the Banner decided to give Kevin my assignment.
I'm sorry, Cassie. Well, I always thought that they treated you like dirt at the Banner anyway. But I am glad that the Buchanans are showing some interest.
Then they're right. You are planning something.
I could be. What do you think?
I think there's a story.
Oh, and I think that you are right. But it's too bad that you won't be doing it, Cassie. Now that the favorite kid is back at the Banner, I guess you might as well get used to all of their leftovers.
It's not fair.
Oh, come on. What is? If nepotism is alive at the Banner, so be it. I think family loyalty's a good thing, actually.
You know, Blair, I came here for a little sympathy.
Well, then you came to the wrong place. Look, Cassie, you don't have to take this, you know. Your family does own a newspaper. Why don't you come work for me? The job that Todd offered you months ago. Tell you what, if you call Clint Buchanan right this very minute and resign, I will give you the front page tomorrow. And it'll be a story that people will be talking about for years.
What, Cassie?
Story?
What are you planning?
He's back.
Who is?
Landview's mystery philanthropist, Cassie. The person that people will gather in honor tonight at my little charity event, and you're never gonna guess who it is.
Blair?
Carlo Hesser.
Carlo Hesser's.
No. He is very, very much alive. So now, you interested in my offer? Are you interested now?
Say the word, and I'll make it all go away for you. The whole world thinks he's dead already, so if I take his body for a swim somewhere offshore, oh, say, 5 miles, it's pretty much guaranteed he won't be missed.
You do that for me.
I do you this favor, and then it's your turn.
My turn?
You don't want money?
Nope. Trade. Do we have a deal?
Wait out front, Mr. Mullaney. I don't know how long I'll be.
Pencils down, boys and girls. I'm going to hide and wait for your signal. All you have to do is tell him I hate you. You do that, and I'll do the deed.
Archie!
Alex, what a great surprise. You should be home, slipping this firm body of yours into something memorable. The flash bulbs will be popping. You are coming, aren't you? Alex, what is it? Why are you looking at me like that? All right. Is it that you hate me? Is that it, Alex? Do you hate me?
Do me a favor. If Dylan shows up in Rhodey's, would you have him call me, please? Okay, thanks. Dylan, I was worried.
Yeah. I mean, I could have stayed here and explained to you why I was feeling the way I did about the money, but, you know, instead I decided to walk out, and I'm sorry.
No, I understand. I really do. I should have been more sensitive about that, and I wasn't. It's just, I guess my Aunt Kiki's right. I'm spoiled. I'm just so used to buying anything that I want.
Oh. Hey, it is your money?
No, it's our money, and I want us to make the decisions. That's really what I want. Try and understand. I have always had everything that I ever wanted, and no one to share it with, and so now I can't help myself. I want to buy things and give things because I finally have someone to share them with. I have you.
Listen, Marty, we both made a mistake here. Well, we both learned from that, right? Look, I made a promise to you, and,
Well, I made that promise, too. And I'm not saying that I'm never going to make any more mistakes. I'm sure I'll make a lot of them. Maybe we both will. But not the same mistakes. You know? From now on, no decisions alone, okay? We talk about everything.
Everything, huh?
Everything. It's something that you have to believe. These mistakes, that's just what they are, mistakes. I would never deliberately hurt you.
I know.
And that's a promise.
Well, go on, say it. What are you thinking?
All right. I admire you. You're putting up with a whole lot to help Bo catch this maniac, and it's not going to be easy for you to stay in this town with Marty either.
Yeah, I know, but there's something magical about this place. It won't let you go. Look at you. You're supposed to be in Boston right now. You're long gone.
Well, I had my reasons for staying. You remember I told you about Max Holden?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I decided to stick it out and help him with his son. Frankie is deaf, and I figure he'll need a lot of attention, so I sort of volunteered. And that look would mean...
This one?
Yeah.
Pure happiness for you, Maggie. I'm sorry about the wee one, but at least something good will come of it. I'm glad to see that the laws of the cosmos are still working. Gravity is gravity, and it may have taken him a while to fall, but Paul, he did.
Oh, you know what? Just wipe those thoughts from your head, please. Please.
Oh, Maggie, there you are.
Hi, Jody. Hi. Joan DeMad. This is my friend Patrick Thornhurst.
My pleasure.
Joan and I go way back. She's a brand new department chair.
Mm-hmm.
What, here?
Right here at Landview U, educational psych. Listen, honey, I'm sorry I'm late, but I just came from the dean's office, and I have some good news. That teaching position in my department, it's still open. Now, she's anxious to meet you, but it's just a formality. The job's yours if you want it. Her resume topped out all the others right on the spot. She's in her office right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta pass it.
Oh, please go dazzle the dean.
I will. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, I'll be here. Nowhere to go fast.
Listen, nice to meet you.
Nice.
Sorry, Eddie.
Right. Look at you. Bronze, cold and hard. Just like the killer was using your name.
Please, Alex. Tell me, have I destroyed all the memories of the passionate moments we shared? I honestly have to know. Do you hate me? I have to know for a lot of reasons. Do you hate me?
No, don't. I can't. No, no, please, put the gun down. Put the gun down.
Look, I know it's wrong of me to barge in like this, and I am sorry. Okay, but... God, I love Jessica, and you know we'd never do anything to hurt her.
What I know is that you were about to take advantage of my daughter.
Dad, please, stop. Mom, come on. You can't let him sit here and make something out of this when nothing happened.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You were in the dark. He was half naked, and you were on your way up to his bedroom. Now, are you going to stand there and deny what was about to happen?
Dad.
Mr. Buchanan, I don't know what might have happened, but I really don't think we were thinking that far. God, all I know is this. I love your daughter. And you can trust in this. I would rather hurt myself before I would ever hurt Jessica.
Fine. Fine. Now, you had your say, and now you can leave.
Dad, please stop. Mom, come on. You said you trusted me to make my own decision when the right moment came. And that's what's happening now. I love Chris. I want to spend the rest of my life with him. You guys can't keep us apart.
There has got to be some way to guarantee that Asa will turn up at this party tonight.
I don't understand how he's alive. He was shot, dead.
Well, he's back from the dead now, Cassie, so let's work on my problem, all right?
What is he doing here, Blair? Why is he having you throw him this party?
I don't know. It doesn't really matter. That was the deal that I made. I would sponsor the party, get Asa there, and then I would get the exclusive on Carlo Hesser. That's it. That is enough. Since Todd has died, the Sun's circulation has been down a bit, so this is going to be top story. Now, the problem is the old coot Asa Buchanan. He's never going to come to a party that I'm throwing. Lord, I've got to find some other way. I've got to figure out something.
He's using you. He hates Asa more than Asa hates you.
Oh, no. Asa hates Carlo much more than he hates me. And that's why I took the story, and that's why I would have done anything.
Alex, wait. That's the connection between them. There's got to be some...
What?
If Carlo's alive, then he and Alex may still be legally married, which means that Asa and Alex... Blair, I have to cover this story. I need to be there. I will do anything. Anything.
You, Cassie, just figured something out for me. I can't force Asa to do anything. But you can't stop Asa. Once he makes up his mind, he wants to be somewhere.
Where are you going? Blair!
No. Listen, meet me at the palace tonight. Wear something very, very sexy. Don't be late. You call Clint right now and you tell him you're working for us. And I will bring your press pass. Son's press pass, that is. See ya!
He gambled that you wouldn't go through with it.
You were betting on my feelings.
I always gamble on a sure thing, and Alex is. I was $75,000 sure you wouldn't have me killed. You still love me.
What if I'd said I hate you?
Blanks.
They could have been real. But you belong to me, Alex. I'll see you tonight along with that old man masquerading as your husband.
That's a bet I wouldn't make.
If I were mayor, I'd choose my battles more carefully, lady. I have enough on you to send you away for a very long time.
That does not scare me. My biggest liability is that the people of this town will think that I'm still legally married to you. Just because I didn't have you killed does not mean that I love you. I do love Lisa. And I swear to God, I will not drag my husband into some death trap of yours.
Jesse, you can't know who you want to spend the rest of your life with. You don't even know what that means.
You're wrong.
Nobody asked you. Now, you can bet I'm going to be having a long talk with your mother about this. Meanwhile, I don't want you seeing my daughter alone.
You can't stop us.
Look, Jesse.
Clint, just a minute. Please, would you do me a favor? Would you just seat Chris to the door, please? Chris, thank you very much. Believe me, we heard every single word you said, but I really need to talk to Jessica alone now. Okay? Please?
All right, you two talk alone. Christian?
I'll let you know when we're finished, okay?
I'll be in the kitchen.
Oh, Mom, I knew you'd understand.
Well, honey, I'm not so sure that I do understand, okay? Let's talk. Are you telling me that you think you're ready to have sex?
I love Chris. Yeah, I think I would be.
Well, okay, honey, I have to disagree with you in that, okay? Because I just frankly think you're not quite mature enough yet to know whether you truly love someone in an adult, way, in a lifetime way. It's not a criticism, honey. It's just a fact. You are both very, very young, and you just don't have enough life experience to know that yet.
You sound just like Dad. I mean, why are we even talking alone? Mom, you don't care. You're not even here anymore. Nobody's here. Chris is the one person I have to go to.
Jessica, you know that that's not true.
Why? Why? Because you say so? He listens. He's there when I need him. And you think I'm gonna let you take that away? I love Chris. That's my decision to make.
Yes. I know it's your decision to make, honey, and I wouldn't dream of telling you who to love, believe me. What I'm trying to get you to understand is, sweetheart, there is a vast difference between loving someone and having sex with him, especially at your age. So I think before you decide to express your feelings for someone in a physical way for the very first time...
Mom, it's very important. I know. I understand.
No, you don't know, darling. You don't know. Look, there are a lot of considerations you haven't even thought about. You don't have sex with someone because you feel that you're alone and he's the only one you can talk to. You don't have sex with somebody because all your friends are doing it, and you don't have sex because you're annoyed with either one or both of your parents, darling. Making love, having sex, is a huge commitment. It is an enormous responsibility. It is one that you do not make just with your heart. You have to do it with your head, honey. You have to give it a lot of thought.
How do you know what I'm feeling? You don't know me anymore, Mom. You don't know what my heart's saying. You want it your way because... Not this time.
Okay, Jessie, if that's the only answer that you can give me, then it's obvious your father's right. So I'm going to have to ask you to respect his and my wishes and not see Chris alone for the time being. And I trust you enough, Jessica, to know that you will do as I ask. It's not a permanent thing. It's just until I feel that you're mature enough to make these kind of decisions responsibly, okay? Do you understand?
Yes. I understand perfectly.
Jessie, honey, Jessie, don't leave like this.
Nigel, we are out of bourbon again. I don't know where it keeps disappearing to. Now, whoever that is, get rid of him and get... What?
I'm sorry, sir. You have company.
Well, that's too bad. I'm all out of charm, so whoever it is, tell him...
It's Mrs. Manning, sir.
Blair? What the hell is this, ex-wives' day? You tell Blair for me...
myself out when I'm through, Nigel.
Oh, no, you won't, because you're through right now. Nigel!
Just relax, Asa. I only came to apologize.
For what, breathing? Not accepted.
No, the mix-up. Did you get my invitation?
To your party tonight?
Yes, exactly. I know that you never want to attend a formal event, especially one sponsored by me, so I've come to take it back.
What?
I don't want you there, all right? It was a clerical error.
Are you trying to tell me you came all this way?
Yes, somebody made a mistake and sent you one, so if you would be so kind and to hand it back, then I will be on my way.
It sounds like you really don't want me at this party. Why is that?
Hey, Patrick, guess what? Guess what the dean said? Go ahead. There is the most perfect opening for you in the English department. They're looking for a professor right now to take over the Survey of Western Lit course. The guy has to have surgery or something, so I gave her your name.
Why? Work at the stables.
Yeah, but this is teaching. This is what you did in Ireland.
She'll never change, our Maggie. She's always trying to solve everybody's problems.
Excuse me, Miss Joe. We've been through this before. How many years did we live together? And we never got anywhere arguing this, okay?
What was this, in college?
Oh, tell him. You do it. Listen, can I borrow that?
Oh, yeah, sure. Tell him what?
Okay. Joan and I were roommates, but not in school.
Prison? You were in a chain gang together, or you were stuck on a boat in the ocean? What?
Actually, well, that's... no. We lived in a convent. After I take my final vows, Patrick, I'm going to be a nun.
You know, Maggie, you just haven't lost your touch. Look, Patrick, this is the dean's number to call if you're interested. And you, call me.
Okay. See you. Bye.
A nun?
You know, I've heard this. Like, how could I do it, right? I mean, why not just shoot myself and avoid the next 45 years of frustration and boredom? After all, nuns have no life, right? And why would someone like me want to waste away in a wimple?
I should have known.
It's exactly what everyone... You should have wanted.
Sister Birdie, you're just like her. That's why we hit it off right away. She was my teacher when I was a lad. She taught me to love everything beautiful, Maggie. And you are just as bright and as funny and witty and feisty and as nosy as she ever was. But to this day, she is truly one of the most wonderful women I have ever known. God bless you. And good luck to you.
Thank you.
For what now?
For saying the words that I needed to hear. You are the blessing. Marty. Hey, look who's here, Patrick. Come over.
Well, what would I said? Would you being like Sister Bertie, you're worse.
Hi. It's good to see you. You wanna, sit and join us?
No, can't today, thanks, though.
Okay. It's too bad, but I gotta, just, return these books. They're overdue, so excuse me.
Mrs. Moody.
Patrick. I didn't expect to find you here.
It's a good library.
Yeah, it is. I just didn't think you even knew where the campus was.
Well, I found out. Got a little homesick, you know, students and books and that. Some habits are hard to break, Margaret. Very hard.
Yes, well, you know. I've got a lot of studying to do. So I should go.
So I guess she'll, be flying back to Ireland as soon as you catch this Poseidon guy.
That's the plan.
Mice and men, Patrick. The best laid plans.
Yeah, so just give her a chance to calm down, okay, Vicky? This is perfectly normal and natural. Oh, by the way, this came for you hand-delivered while Christian was here.
Hand-delivered, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
What?
It's a check. It's a donation to the Sloan Carpenter AIDS Foundation for $50,000.
A lot of these checks are going around. Now, will you come with me tonight?
What, to Blair's party?
Yes. Well, you're Sloane's widow. You need to say thank you. It's only right.
Alex. It means a great deal to me to have you there tonight.
And Asa.
I just want to see the surprise on his face.
You're a liar. You don't care about Landview or charity or making a new start or being a new man. The only thing that you care about is finding some off-the-wall way to kill Asa Buchanan.
Come on, Blair. You gotta tell me why.
Look, Asa, I already did. You're not welcome, all right? Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a party to get
Now,
ready.
hold it. What possible difference could it make to you if I am there?
I don't like you. That's all.
Touché.
Look, Asa, there's no secrets here, no conspiracy. You just got an invitation by mistake, that's all. And there's no reason that you should ruin my evening, nor I yours. Okay?
I guess you're right.
Good. Well, that's all I wanted to hear, so you have a nice evening.
Oh, I will, honey. Who does she think she's kidding? Nigel, get my tuxedo out. The new one, make it snappy. Because I got me a party to go to.